I am lucky enough to be joined in this kitchen by Chika, who runs one of Melbourne's best Japanese cookery schools, where she teaches people how to cook beautiful home-style Japanese food in their homes. Now, today you're going to cook something very special for me. What is it?
So we're going to cook the tempura don, which is called the tendon today.
Going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to this one. And what's the first thing we need to do to get going?
First things we're going to make is the sauce, something called the tensuyuk sauce. First things is dashi stock goes into the saucepan.
Now, if you don't have dashi stock, you can buy the powdered one if you want to cheat a little bit.
Yes, you can, of course. And the next one, sweet cooking sake, mirin.
Oh, lovely.
And then soy sauce goes in.
Beautiful. Love soy sauce.
All right. And then brown sugar. It also gives that rich, nice body texture and also the rich flavour as well.
Beautiful. So we just turn that on and let that boil and reduce down a little bit. Now, this is the secret part, the tempura batter. Everyone has their own different recipe. What do we start with?
All right, so my secret is combine the two different flour and starch. So firstly, we're going to start with the plain flour and then potato starch.
We pop that into a strainer. While you're doing that, I can crack the egg, can't I?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So one whole egg. And the other little trick is the cold water, ice cold water.
Yeah.
So in that goes as well. Put the whole lot of it in there. You have to use chopsticks to just bring it together nice and evenly, don't you?
Yeah, so it doesn't need to be fluffed up. Just as long as it's beaten up and sort of mix them together, that's all you need to do.
How's that?
That's fantastic.
And we're ready to go.
And now you just need to have the pop that in, dry mixture into the wet mixture.
And with this, we just stir it around gently. You don't want me to whisk it at all?
No, you don't want to make it that too strong gluten comes out, so it just mix together and that needs to stop.
It?
Yeah, that's it.
Even though there's flour chunks
The
there?
rumpy part is perfect part, so that will stay nice and crispy.
There's the secret. I like that. Now, you've got some beautiful ingredients here. You've got some shiitake mushrooms and some prawns and some eggplant. What did you do with the eggplant?
Eggplant, you just need to cut it into stripe and put them into salted water so that bitterness comes out and then that doesn't get the brown. It stays nice and clean and white.
Now, this is something interesting. This is, you want me to crack this egg into the bowl for you?
Yes.
Now, this is a very interesting tempura egg recipe. What do you do with this now?
So now we're going to do this once. Put them 2 tablespoons of the butter into the egg.
I can do that for you. Just 2 like that. Just with the chunky bits in there as well?
The big is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then mix it around?
Yeah, just mix them around.
Just like that, and then it's ready to go?
Yes, ready to go.
Okay, so we've got this now. I've got some flour here. You want me to sift that flour?
Yeah.
So we just put a bit of the sifted flour on top of the prawn and the shiitake to soak up the batter, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So that way, the moisture will soaked up by this flour and it stays in very crisp. And it's not only the mushroom and the prawns, you can coat it around every ingredient goes into the oil.
So you make sure it's really well dusted with flour before you put it into the batter. Now we're ready to fry, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay, you grab the batter and I'll come over here with the prawns and the eggplant.
All right. So let's start from the shiso leaf. So all the vegetables first.
Okay.
And then seafood needs to be later on.
Okay.
All right. So.
Now this you've got to be really careful of when you're in a kitchen. Always use a digital thermometer and always keep your eyes on what's going on. In it goes. Oh, look at that. So what you're looking for is a real thin, wispy white batter, isn't it?
Correct.
Just coats the outside of it. Okay, beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so we get all the veggies in there, then we put the prawns in there. The batter will be nice and crispy. I can't wait to try this. It'll be delicious.
That will be.
Okay, so the prawns have come out. You're going to show me your little trick with the egg, aren't you?
Yes, so just very, very quietly sit in the oil.
So the batter coats the outside of the egg and makes it nice and crispy.
Yeah, and then once it just start floating, you're just gonna take the egg white going around the egg so that will stays in one piece.
It just puffs up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It looks fantastic. Look. So just take that from the oil.
Okay, only a few seconds in the oil, it puffs up and cooks all the way through. It's great.
That's it.
So I'll pop that down like that. Grab this bowl here, and I've got some steamed rice there.
Yep. Lay it into the bowl.
And the rice that fills you up, but it's sort of like the base of everything, and then you stack everything on top, don't you?
Yeah, so this is something called a donburi. So that's a 10 don coming from a donburi. The
Okay.
donburi is the bowl.
Ah, donburi. Okay, I've got that.
All right. So you have the rice, and then after it's just a dazzle of the sauce.
Now, the sauce, does it have to be hot, or you can let it cool down if you want?
You can cool it down as well.
Okay, great. Okay, that goes on there to flavour the rice, and then we start to load it all up. And it's just a matter of assembling it all together. I'm glad you're doing it with the chopsticks. You're much better than me. All right. Now, you can do just about anything. If you don't like prawns, you can add anything else. But the prawns just make them luscious.
King prawn is just brilliant.
On go the mushrooms, beautiful. And the shiso leaves, these are more of a garnish, aren't they?
Yes, they are. But nice and crispy. That is beautiful.
Chica, that looks like such a delicious dish, just like that. And more dressing on the top.
Yes.
It just keeps getting better and better. More and more layers and more sauce to make it even tastier. Now, I've got to get stuck into this. Here's some chopsticks for you.
Thank
some
you.
Chopsticks for me. And let's tuck into this and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just grab a little mushroom there. This is a great dish. Oh, my God. Nice and crispy on the outside. The flavour of the sauce is fantastic. And I think I'll have to have one of these prawns. This is a beautiful prawn. I'll rip the head off and just have a little bite of it.
Ah.
The prawn is delicious and the tempura batter around the outside. But you know what? It's the sauce that brings it all together. It really gives it that sweetness and that savoury sort of aspect to it. What a beautiful dish. I love it when you come into this kitchen.
Thank you.